Hello, everyone. It is Deb Keither for Deliberate Indifference. And I am on the screen today because I want to do a little quick uh, chit chat with people that are interested in the upcoming Wisconsin State Superintendent election, which actually takes place on April 1st, of all things. I kind of can't get past that date because we know what that day is. It seems to fit perfectly with everything that's going on here. Why not go vote on April Fool's Day? But with that aside, leading up to that voting day is there's going to be a debate. And actually, the debate I just learned is happening tonight. Now, why that comes as a little bit of a surprise is because the current state superintendent, who is Jill Underly, was not, it was kind of hard for her to agree to debates before the election, but I guess she finally agreed. So there is going to be an online forum on Wednesday evening. I guess I should call it that. And the article I have up here right now is from the Wisconsin Examiner. And so let's see what they have to say about this. If you're looking at the screen right now, we see that Brittany Kinzer is the individual who is on the left. She is the one who is opposing the sitting and current superintendent, Jill Underly, who is on the right of the screen. And so I don't like to make a lot of commentary because I like people to make their own decisions. I will add this, though, in thinking about these two candidates, just because it's things that I have observed. I have observed that many people tend to take this opposing Brittany Kinzer, the opposition to the current state superintendent, and put her in the box of Republican. I have heard her say many times that she is a Democrat and she is a registered Democrat. But because the Democrats already had Jill Underly as their main candidate, they could not endorse a second candidate. That makes sense, right? So she is running as an independent, but because some of her funding comes from conservative or Republican entities, she's automatically getting put in the box of a Republican, and I guess everything that Republicans stand for. I don't know. I do know what her platform is, and I also know what Jill Underly's platform is, and so I don't know. I just mentioned that because usually that is the first thing that I hear people do is attack either one of the candidates solely based on their affiliation, because that's what we do these days, right? And they aren't really critically thinking about a lot of the issues that are at hand. So, and Jill Underly, the biggest thing that she is relying upon is the fact that she has been in the position. She is also saying that she is a public education advocate. I guess that means that Brittany Kinzer would not be a public education advocate. And so that is kind of the argument, some of the main points that I hear right off the bat. Oh, I will also say that I sat in on a small group discussion with these two, with one of the candidates, actually. I'm pulling out, I've sat in on all of the candidates, but I am pulling out a specific interaction that I had with just Kinzer and a smaller group of people. And I guess what upset the people that were on the call was that Kinzer has somebody affiliated with Moms for Liberty on her campaign page, and the individuals on the call asked Brittany Kinzer if Brittany Kinzer would reject Moms for Liberty and the individual that was kind of endorsing her. And Brittany Kinzer said she does not have an endorsement from Moms for Liberty, but that she would not remove any endorsements that she had with individuals. So I guess I'll mention that too. That seems to be a very big piece because of all the things that comes with that. And so that is something some people might make a decision based on as well. So let's just kind of, I think a lot of what I've read is kind of, or what I would read here and what I've just said is similar, but let's go ahead and look at this. Incumbent State Superintendent Jill Underly and education consultant Brittany Kinzer, so she's an education consultant right now, who are competing in the April 1st election to lead the Department of Public Instruction, will both participate in a virtual forum Wednesday evening. Kinzer agreed to join the forum after initially declining, making a meeting of the two candidates appear unlikely ahead of the April 1st election. Interesting now. See, I didn't read this article prior to putting it up, but I had seen that Jill Underly was the one who was kind of hard to wrangle down. But this article is making it look like Kinzer actually was the one who was challenged to get it worked into her schedule. Underly is running for her second term in office on a platform of supporting and investing more funding in public schools. That we have seen. She has made, as many people in Wisconsin know, there is a very large surplus, and she has made several demands to the government to funnel that money into public education. She has the backing of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. Kinzer, an advocate for the state's school choice program, says she wants to work to improve reading and math education and raise state testing standards. She has the backing of the Wisconsin Republican Party and financial backing from prominent GOP billionaire mega donors. All right, so there you go. You've got some of that specific information. I don't know who the prominent GOP billionaire mega donors are, but I don't doubt that that's true. I will also say that with Jill Underly, one of, again, the big debate things that I hear in the community and also the news outlets saying is that Jill Underly recently changed the standards, that the testing standards and how those things are reported to parents and the public. And so everybody is kind of claiming that she lowered the standards. That's open for debate. I'd love to hear what people have to say about that. I do know from a generic stance that changing historical measurements and also changing them from what is reported at the national level always makes it challenging to do comparisons. So that is a reality. But whether people want to have the change and kind of start over is something to think about. I don't know. So a direct conversation between the two candidates seemed unlikely as of last week, as Underly declined 3 invitations. Oh my gosh, I didn't read far enough before I started talking, right? Underly declined 3 invitations, and Kinzer declined an invitation for a forum hosted by the Wisconsin Public Education Network, the NAACP, the League of Women's Voters, and Wisconsin Early Childhood Action needed. WPEN said in an email about the event that Kinzer's campaign changed its mind and confirmed her appearance after clearing up some confusion and adjusting the timeline of the event. Okay, so I hope people aren't voting based on what is featured in this article, like who declined this many. That doesn't get to any issues. I can probably think it's reasonable, but both these candidates have a lot going on, and so there probably was massive confusion. I don't know. To me, I don't really care. It's happening. I'm going to watch it. Let's go over the specifics. It's being held online at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. That's today, and will be moderated by Kevin Lawrence Henry Jr., Associate Professor of Educational Leadership and Policy Analysis at UW-Madison. All right. Hope to hear your thoughts on this topic, on either of the candidates, and also if you want to learn more, join this event. I'll link it in the comments. Thanks for listening. Stick with us. We will keep you informed. Bye for now.